Alright, so I have somewhere to be today, so I kind of wanted to make this one quick, but I wanted to make sure to get out of the way. So I made this one a 3-minute blitz game, and as a result it only lasted about 12 moves before resignation. Um, this is me playing as black, and my opponent from the Czech Republic playing as white. Starting off with him moving king's pawn, and then me matching it, and then he immediately plays an extremely aggressive move, moving his queen to h5. So for this, I go ahead and defend my queen, because if he takes queen, I have to take with my king, and that will trade, but also deny me castle later in the game. So he matches by checking me anyway, with no pun intended, by moving to e5. So I go ahead and defend with my black bishop. Black bishop. And so he moves his white square bishop to attack this pawn right here. I go ahead and castle this point because I don't want him to do anything tricky. So he moves his h pawn, possibly trying to get this rook out, I suppose. So I threaten his queen. He moves his queen to g3. And so I take the pawn, threatening his queen. He moves his queen over to attack my knight. And so I go ahead and move that knight out of the way. He moves his b pawn out to attack the knight, and so I move that back to d7. Now you'll notice that his queen is defending his king, so it's very easy to pin this if I get the chance. So as soon as he moves g4, I move my bishop out of the way, preparing to move my rook to attack and pin the queen. He does not see this, so he goes ahead and moves c3. So I go ahead and pin his queen, and he takes, and then I take back, putting him in check. And so he moves his king, and I move my queen to e4, kind of forking between this bishop and the rook. He can't move here to defend the rook and threaten me, because then I would obviously just take. And so at this position, white resigned the game. A very short match, but that's kind of how these blitz games work, and it's all I really had time for.